Hello and welcome to today's video on how to connect devices to DSS server. So if you want to connect devices, you need to go to configuration part, open device, select your organization here, and you can select devices from the list. If they have the same password, you can select them, add to device list, select the organization here, fill in the password, and they are automatically added. But in some cases, you don't have the devices displayed here, so you need to click on add. And you have several options here in add mode. First option is IP address. What does IP address mean? As you can see on the illustration, it means that you can connect devices on the local network where you don't need public IP address on the server side or on the device side, and you have a direct connection between the server and the device, for example through switches or routers. Other option here is static IP address, where you don't need public IP address on the server side, but you need public IP address on the device side. Both device and the server need to be connected to the internet, and you can make the direct connection. How does it look in DSS? Here you select the access protocol, for example Dahua or Hikvision, OnVIF, GUZO or SNMP. You select the device category, you can connect all kinds of devices through here. You fill in the IP address like this, fill username and password. In case of having a different device port, you need to modify the port here. For example, for Hikvision, you need to select port default 8000. For Dahua devices, it's 37777. And you select the organization, the server where you want to connect it. If you have sub-servers, you can select your sub-server, click on next step, and if the device is from Dahua and you have good connection between server and the device, the information will be automatically pulled about the device model, device type, how many video channels, how many alarm inputs and outputs you have. You just name the device, for example like this, and you have the device connected. The second option is connecting through IP segment. So here you can select only encoder or emergency device, and you can use only the Dahua access protocol. You fill in the starting IP address of your first camera, for example like this, and the last IP address of your last camera in the IP range, for example 20. You fill in the password, click on next step, and all cameras in this range will be connected to your DSS server. Other option from the list is domain name. So how does domain name work? You don't need public IP address on the server side. You just need public IP address on the device side, and you need a domain name. If you have a dynamic domain name, you need some service here that will send the actual information about the IP address to the DNS server. Then you have the DNS server here that will resolve the domain name and translate it to IP address, and then it will be connected to the DSS server. You need both the device and the DSS server connected to the internet. Other option from the list is auto registration. This connection is very powerful, and I will show you why. As you can see here on the illustration, you need public IP address on the server side. You need the server to be connected to the internet and have forwarded port 9500 by default. You can find this port in our management tool. So if you go here in the services, you just search for device auto registration service, and by default this port is 9500. If you want, you can change this port. Then the device needs to be connected to the internet, but it doesn't need static public IP address. You just set up the server public IP address here, port 9500, and put a device ID here. How does it look? When we go to the NVR, for example, we log in, we go to settings. If you have the older interface, go to network, go to register or auto registration or something like this, fill in the server IP address. It can be local IP address if you want to connect devices on the same network, or public IP address. You fill the port 9500, put your sub device ID. This will be the ID that will be used in DSS, and then you go to DSS server. you fill in the registration ID, username and password. Click on next step, name the device, auto register NVR for example, select the device type. You don't have to fill this information because DSS will pull this information automatically. Now you wait until the device comes online, and for a few seconds it can go offline again because DSS will pull information from the device, but after a few seconds it will be online again and you have the device connected with all the information pulled in the DSS server. As you can see here, it's offline for a few seconds, but it's online again. So this is how auto-register works. It's a great alternative to peer-to-peer connection that I will introduce now. So if you go to add, you have the option for peer-to-peer. You can connect only Dahua devices here, and you can select device category only encoder. This means that NVRs, IP cameras, or IVSS devices are supported, but for example access control devices or alarm controllers are not supported. Here you fill the serial number, username, password, and you have the connection. As you can see here on the illustration, you don't need public IP address on the server side or on the device side. You just need a serial number and the connection goes to the internet through our Dahua peer-to-peer server that is located in your region. But we have a disclaimer here that server recording plans are not supported from version 8.6 of DSS or later. So if you have DSS older version than 8.6, it will work, but 8.6 and later it will not work. You can connect camera to the NVR and record on the NVR, then connect the NVR through peer-to-peer to DSS, and you can access the local recordings on the NVR, but you cannot record on the DSS server. Only alarm recordings will be supported, so if somebody crosses line or steps into intrusion zone and you set up alarm recording time, it will record, but 24/7 recording will not be allowed. And that's actually why I recommend to use auto register option, because peer-to-peer is also limited to only 32 devices. You cannot connect access control devices or alarm controllers, but through auto registration you can connect more than 32 devices, also access control devices and alarm controllers. So then we move to the last option from the add mode menu. It's RTSP address. You can connect only encoders this way, and you fill in the name here, select the device type, how many channels you have, and when you have the device here, you go to edit, video channel, and then click on this little cogwheel and add RTSP address in here, and you have your RTSP device connected. So that's everything for today's video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section, and I thank you for watching this video and wish you a pleasant day.